And just for the record, I'm Sergeant Detective Daniel Duff. It's April 20th. It's 3:03 p.m. Besides us introducing ourselves and asking you some biological information, demographic information, sorry. We haven't had any real conversation, correct? About
right.
In fact, we told you we want to talk to you about some ongoing incidents. Correct?
Right.
And as we explained, we want to talk to you about some ongoing incidents over the past few days that we received some information that we want to follow up on by talking to you and your boyfriend.
Fiance.
Your fiance, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And maybe some goings-on in and around your neighborhood or your building. Do you live with him there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you live at his apartment building?
Yeah, we do, but I do go home once a month for doctor's appointments, and we're planning a wedding, so wedding's in New Jersey. So I'm at home once every month for about a week or two. So it's like I spend half my time here and half my time in New Jersey.
Okay. And are you working right now?
No, I'm not. I'm going to school in September, so.
How old are you?
25.
And you're going to be going to school this coming?
I'm going to medical school in the Caribbean in September.
Oh, okay. Were you working previously?
Not since before my back surgery, which was 2007. I've been looking for work in Boston for about a year and a half now. I have not found anything. I can only do part-time work because I have so many back problems.
Okay.
Before that, I was working at a hospital in New Jersey after I graduated college. So.
Any part-time jobs, employment here and there? No. Okay.
Nope.
And your boyfriend, what's his name?
Philip. Philip. Markoff. Markoff.
Okay. And how long has he lived up here?
Same amount of time, August.
August.
Actually, we moved into High Point in August, and before that, he lived closer to school. He goes to BU medical school, so he lived like in the Dorchester area, kind of. It was close to the BU, like close to this area.
You know where in Dorchester?
I forget the name of the street. It wasn't a good area. It wasn't.
Close to the expressway? Or?
It was close to the red line, like just down the street, and there was like a bus terminal there, kind of thing. So, and he lived there for a year. That's when he started medical school. So he's been in school. This is the end of his second year. He lived close to school that first year, and then he moved to Quincy with me in August.
Who had the apartment first, you or him, in Quincy?
Him. He moved in first. He takes out student loans to pay for it. I mean, that's how we're living right now.
Okay. And that was in August?
Yeah.
So he moved to High Point in August. Did he move into that apartment?
Yep.
Okay. You've been in the same apartment ever since you moved in, or moving between apartments?
No.
Okay. Does anyone else live with him or with you there?
No.
Okay. Anyone used to live with him? Are you there?
Nope. Never.
Okay.
The first year of medical school, when he lived closer to school, he lived with a roommate named Mike. That's all I know. I didn't live with him. I lived in New Jersey at that time.
Do you know Mike's last name?
Mike Green.
And was that in the Dorchester address?
Yes. I don't think it was Dorchester. I think it might have been like Dorchester Ave. Is that close to here?
Yeah, could be Dorchester.
I mean,
Sure, record Lieutenant Detective Murray. For rent down there at High Point Circle, how much do you pay a month, you know?
$1,400.
$1,400? And how about other expenses?
I don't take care of any of that because I don't have a job. He takes out loans for everything, so it's I think $1,400 plus just bills, and then food, and then I have some savings which I spend on food, and that's it. That's
what type of bills do you have that you're aware of?
I'm not aware. I don't handle any of that, so I couldn't tell you.
So, have you ever seen an electric bill come to the house?
Yeah.
Electric bill. Okay. Any other bills? Cable,
We have like a Comcast, so it was an internet, phone, and TV thing. They came once in August when we moved in, and that's it. That's.
Do you have any idea how much that is a month, roughly? No. And how about
maybe 100, maybe a little bit less than 100.
Okay. And how about vehicles?
His vehicle, and then I have a Trailblazer, 2002. It's dead right now. It's been dead for a month since last time I was in New Jersey. I was about to leave, and I went to go use my car, and the battery was dead, so I called AAA. They came, they ran it, and I didn't go right then to get a battery, so it died the next day. I was going to go the next day and get a battery. So it's still sitting in the parking lot dead because I just came back, and we were going to, deal with this today or tomorrow.
Okay, so the student loans, did he take out student loans also to pay for his medical school as well, or is?
Yeah, medical school, they give you loans for everything. They give you loans to live, for school, so, BU is expensive. They give you, he's just going to have to pay all that back.
Okay. And you said his vehicle's a what?
It's the Toyota, what you pulled over. It was a Toyota Corolla. I think it's a 2002 also, silver.
And what color is your Trailblazer?
It's like a goldish, silverish. Champagne, I would call it, I guess.
Okay. And you say he takes care of the bills that come in, the electric and the Comcast, and you have phone service?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have for phone service?
That's a Comcast. It's the phone. You mean a cell phone or?
No, the phone service. It's Comcast phone?
Yeah, Comcast phone, TV, and internet. We get like a 3 package.
I'm sorry, whose name is that in? Is that in your name? Or?
His name.
Okay. And so your phone, TV, and internet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many computers do you have in the house?
We have 2 laptops. Actually, he just bought a new one off of a student because I stepped on his, it was broken. So now we have a broken one and 2.
Okay. When did he buy the new one?
A few days ago. I don't know, I wasn't here for the past one, so he just told me this when I got home.
So he had 2 and now he has a new one?
Mm-hmm.
Because he broke one?
I broke it, yes.
When did you break it?
When did I break it? I stepped on it like 2 months ago. 2-3 months ago, and he's been using it, and then there's black lines going all through it because I stepped on it. So.
Did he throw it out when he got the new one? Or?
I don't know. I think he still has it.
Okay.
It's still in our house, yeah.
Okay.
Still in our apartment.
And how do you hook up to the internet? Would that use
it's
cables or Wi-Fi?
It's like a wireless router thing.
So you just came up here a few days ago?
Yeah, Saturday night I came up here.
And that would have been what, 18th?
Mm-hmm. Yep. 18th around 6 o'clock at night.
And you were heading back to New Jersey now?
I was right now. We were going to Foxwoods today.
Oh, I thought
just
you
for
said
the day.
you were going to take care of the Trailblazer today, I thought you said.
Yeah, we called AAA yesterday. They said they didn't have the battery, so we could call them today or tomorrow. We decided to go to Foxwoods today since he didn't have school. And then, we were going to call AAA tomorrow or whenever we got back to get the battery in my car.
Does he have to go to school later this week?
Yeah, he goes to school every day.
Okay. How often do you go to Foxwoods?
Every once in a while.
Oh,
I mean,
every once in a while means.
Maybe once a month, twice a month. we stay maybe a night or two and come home. Sometimes, like, when I'm in New Jersey, he'll come and pick me up and we'll stay, you know, on the way, since it breaks it up for me because I have back pain. So so we'll stay there for a night and then drive back to Boston.
Okay. Do you have a cell phone?
Yeah.
What's that?
732-241-1316.
I think I already got that.
Yeah.
And what's your boyfriend's cell phone?
315-569. I would have to look. I don't memorize it because it's in my phone. So yeah. So yeah.
Okay. All right. And you go down to Foxwood once or twice a month. That's where you're heading today. How long are you going to spend down there?
Just tonight.
And you're going to head back to Boston after that? Or
yeah, back to Boston because he has school the rest of the week. Basically, he bought me shoes from there last time he was there, and we were going to return them, and we were just going to stay overnight because they send him like deals on rooms, you know, every so often.
Does he get those rooms for a regular tenant runner? Does he get those rooms because he's like a preferred gambler, one of those types of things?
I guess. I mean, they say they send them to everybody just because it's been a slow year, so they're just trying to fill up the rooms. I mean, I think they send like my parents, you know, things in the mail. My parents have been there once in their life, so.
And you go down there about twice a month. Do you play cards?
I don't. I sit with him and watch him, but I don't gamble at all.
And what does he play usually?
He plays blackjack, and like that's it. For like a couple hours, and then, you know, we have dinner, and then that's it. That's basically what we do there.
What kind of stakes? Any type of, you know, what kind of...
He has no money, so he's you know, he's not gambling with a lot of money.
Small stakes?
Yeah.
And when you're out of town, when you were out of town this past month, do you talk daily?
Yeah, we talk a few times a day.
Okay. And is that on the phone from the house, cell phone?
Usually the house phone.
Okay.
I usually call him from the house phone, and he's always at home.
How about texting?
Texting, I text him.
Okay. And you're not sure of the number you text, you just have them punched into your machine?
Yeah, it's just spells, you know.
Okay. And has finances... how long has the financial situation been like this, where he just takes loans to basically live?
Since he started medical school, because they don't, you know, you can't have a job while you're in medical school, basically.
Right.
I mean, this is how everyone lives. Either, you know, you have rich parents who pay for your medical school, or you take out loans. That's basically what it is.
Okay. I think he's the latter.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're getting ready to go to medical school yourself?
Yeah.
When you did work, what did you do for work?
I was a medical transcriptionist in a hospital in New Jersey, and that was in 2007. That wasn't even for a whole year.
And that was where, in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. You've never worked up here in Massachusetts at all?
Never.
Okay.
I mean, I've been looking for jobs on Craigslist and whatnot, but haven't had anything. Haven't even gotten, you know, answers from people.
Okay. And how about your boyfriend? Prior to going to medical school, was he working anywhere, or?
No, because he went right from college, undergraduate, to medical school. So he did not work in between.
And where did he go to undergrad?
University at Albany, SUNY Albany. We both went there.
That's where you both went?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you met?
Yeah.
How long have you been dating?
It was my senior year, so I graduated in 2006, so it's been since 2005. 3.5, 4 years.
And so the rent is like $1,400, food, cable. You have 2 vehicles. So we're talking somewhere in excess, or in the area of, I mean, would it be fair to say between $1,500 and $2,000 a month just for basic living expenses? And student loans covers all that.
Mhm. And like I said, like I have savings which are gone now, which I used for food and stuff. You know, the past year.
And so, on a day like when you got out of Foxwoods today, was the room that you were going to stay in completely? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Was the room that you were going to stay in completely comped, or did you have to pay a nominal fee?
No, it was $79. They gave us.
$79?
Yeah, they would give us a $79 rate. And then, I mean, he has like a card at home that says, you know, you get a free room each week in May. You know, but I think a bunch of people get that. I don't know why. I guess.
So you were going to stay one night for $79?
Yeah.
You said you were looking for work on Craigslist.
Mhm.
Do you frequent Craigslist?
I haven't done it since December because I've been concentrating on getting into medical school. So I mean,
You haven't really been looking.
so from this past December and then like a year before that, I was looking. I was doing like trying to find nanny jobs, stuff like that. I would like email people or email the Craigslist people, and I mean I got maybe one or two people who called me back out of the hundreds.
And how does so? I'm a little bit older than you, obviously, so that Craigslist stuff is a little different. How does that work? Do you apply for jobs right on?
There's people that it's like a newspaper classifies that online.
Yeah.
So there's people who post jobs or whatever you're looking for, housing. You go and you click whatever you want. Like I, was searching for childcare or something like that, or something in the medical field. So I would go and they would either have their email or there would be a Craigslist email. And the Craigslist email would email the person, your response. So I would be like, well, I'm interested in this job. Here's my resume. And they would send it to them. But nobody, like I said, nobody got back to me.
Have you?
Maybe one or two women did. And they were like, oh, well, you're not good enough, so.
Sorry to interject with that for the record. Have you posted your resume on Craigslist?
No, I didn't. No, I sent them in emails to people.
Okay.
I haven't sent my resume to anybody in years, except for these few women that I wanted to apply for nanny jobs. Like, I don't post it on Monster.com. I don't post my resume or anything like that.
Okay. Does anyone else visit him or live with him at all?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, me and him, like, we're together 24 hours a day. Because during school, the professors, they put the lectures online, so you don't have to go to class and sit in class. Mm-hmm. You can be at home and watch the lectures, which is what he does. So we're together all the time. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'm at home in New Jersey, this has been the longest time I've been in New Jersey this past month, and that was a month. And usually I'm just gone for a week or a few days. And when I am, I call him, and I call him on the home line, and he's at home. It's not like I'm calling him on his cell phone, and he's, somewhere.
All right.
Somewhere else.
So you were actually not in Quincy for the past month?
Right.
And today's the 20th of April, so when was the last time you were in Quincy?
I think it was the 23rd exactly. I had a doctor's appointment the 24th, so I think I went the day before, the 23rd.
And that's in February?
No.
Right.
March.
February.
February?
I've been gone for a month. So this is the longest I've been gone.
So you've been in New Jersey since February 23rd?
February 24th. March, April. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I haven't been gone for 2 months.
We're April 20th today.
It's April 20th.
Okay. So I'm sorry. So I was home February 24th, maybe for a few days, and then the next month, March. So March, it was the end of March that I came home. My appointment was it would have been a month from the 24th. So I think it was March 20th when I came home to New Jersey. March 20th. And then I came back now. So it was a month. I'm sorry, the February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been experienced any more financial trouble, or has your fiance talked to you about experiencing any more financial trouble of late? Have things gotten easier? Has there been more money available?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay, I think I asked you, no one else lives, you both basically live in that apartment, correct?
Right.
But you spend at least some portion of your time in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. And no one else lives with your fiance? Does he have any roommates or former roommates or best friends that like crash there or hang out there? Or?
No, we never have friends over ever. I mean, like, since we've moved to Boston, you know, we don't have any group of friends that we've hung out with. He has like a few friends from medical school, which he sees, you know, very rarely. Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, we've never had any friends come over to our apartment ever. Like, that's, I mean, basically maybe, you know, just family members.
Does your family come up to visit a lot?
No, his mother has come up once or twice. His father's come up a couple times, and my parents came up once. But other than that, if we were to go out with friends, we would meet them out in Boston somewhere and, you know, go out to dinner or something like that. I mean, the money thing, I don't know why you were asking me if it has gotten easier, but it's been tough this whole time. It's been like, you know, we're living dollar to dollar. Because they're not going to give you more money than, he's taking out the maximum amount of loans, and that's, you know, like we were only going to get this apartment, this at 8 High Point, Quincy, if I got a job, and I never ended up getting a job because no one responded to me, and so it's been really hard. So he's been taking out the maximum amount of loans. Okay. So it's been very difficult.
Is that added to the stress down in the situation? Is it, I mean, financial stress is not hitting everybody, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, not really, because, I mean, you know, he's been dealing with it for 2 years. You know, we do what we can do, and we'll, you know, eventually we'll have money and we'll pay them back. You know.
Okay. I'm sorry. You moved into that apartment when? August.
I think I was August. He might have been the end of July.
And that was 08?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
And he moved in around July of 08?
Yes, I think that's the end of July. We moved in about 2 weeks apart from each other.
And when he was living in Boston and Dorchester,
I don't think it was Dorchester. I think it was like South Boston or the Dorchester Ave. But it wasn't Dorchester.
Do you know what T station was near there?
It was the Red Line. It was like, he was like walking distance. There was like a big intersection, you know, like a 4 or 5 way intersection, and there's the Red Line right there. He lived on that.
Dunkin' Donuts there?
Yeah, he lived right down that street. It was a very bad area.
Does Andrew Station sound familiar?
Yeah.
So it's right there.
Yeah,
Andrew.
right there, Andrew Square. That's what he was like right down the street from Andrew Square on that, and he had a roommate. That was his roommate, Mike Green. So I don't know.
What does Mike do for work?
Mike goes to graduate school. Not medical school, but like he's a PhD student. So he goes to the same school, so they don't have a job. They don't have jobs. I mean, he takes out loans too. I think he actually gets paid. I think PhD students get paid to go to school. So.
Okay, and how long did he live in Andrew Square before he moved to Quincy?
A year. I mean, for however long he was in school for, medical school.
And when did
that's the year before.
So he started in, what, 06?
No, he graduated undergraduate in 2007, so May, and then he moved in that summer. So June, July, August, I don't know when he moved in, but he moved in probably August and then he started school in August of 07.
Okay. When you lived in Boston, did you also have Comcast, phone, internet, data, cable, all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have the same phone number? Did you take the phone number?
No, he did not. No. We got a new phone number.
And you got the new phone number when you moved to Quincy?
We weren't going to get one. We were just going to use our cell phones, but we don't get good cell phone reception in our apartment, so we ended up getting the phone a couple months, I think, after Comcast, after the internet thing.
Okay. And so that would have been in...
I'm not completely positive, but I just remember that we were just going to use our cell phones, and that may have came a little bit later.
And you moved in Quincy around July of 08, or August of 08, you said?
Right.
Could it have been earlier than that?
Moved in High Point Circle?
Yeah.
Earlier than July?
Yeah.
I don't think so, no. No. I think we have to move out by this July, so I think we got it, because I remember he wanted it as close as possible from the move-out date of his other apartment. I think it was the end of July, and I think I moved in like a week or two later in August. So that's it.
You moved in, a week or two later?
After him.
Okay.
In August.
Do you remember what his phone number was when he lived in Boston?
No, I have no idea.
Whose name was that?
Actually, you know what? They didn't even have, I don't think they had a phone. I think they just used their cell phones. They might have not even had a landline, to tell you the truth. I think they just had the internet and the TV was a Comcast. They didn't have a phone line. Because I never called him on that landline, so no, he didn't have a phone line. Sorry.
Just when you talk about looking for work on Craigslist, have you ever posted any other type of activity on Craigslist?
I've never posted anything. I've just responded to things. So it's like if a woman's posting, I want a nanny for my 3 children, I'll, email her, this is my resume, and that was a few times. So that's it. I don't post anything myself. I respond to people's posts.
Do you know if Philip has posted anything?
Oh, no. He doesn't go on Craigslist.
He doesn't?
No.
He wouldn't have
he's not going to find work or anything,
But would he have maybe an old stereo, he's getting an iPod, would he post it to sell, or...
No.
Or his old broken computer?
He's not going to sell his old broken computer to anybody, no.
Someone might fix it.
Yeah, I don't think so, no. No.
Okay.
And do you know if anyone else has ever used your phone?
And he tells me everything. He would probably tell me, if I'm posting my computer on Craigslist.
Has anyone ever used your address or phone number? Any friends from out of town that have used your address or your phone number when they, come here or anything like that you're aware of?
I don't think many people know our address, but we did send, we're having a wedding in August, so we did save the dates out, so we every week put our return address on everybody's envelope.
Right.
All of our family, that's 100 people, so.
How about your home number?
Our home number? I've given it to people. It's actually been a crazy number because this one day we were getting cell phone calls every 5 minutes, Massachusetts cell phone. Very, very sketchy all day. And we also, all the time, get random calls from people. And we just...
Into the home?
On our landline. And it's just an awful phone. And, we get lots of, it's...
What kind of sketchy calls?
This one person keeps calling. He sounds not right, mentally not right. And he's jibber jabber kind of talking, and it's happened a few times. Then there was one day, and every 5 minutes we would get a different cell phone. It would be, say, Massachusetts cell phone number, and it would be like every 5 minutes, and it'd be a different Massachusetts cell phone number, and they'd be calling and we, you know, just stopped picking up. And then we, like, finally I just said stop calling, and, you know.
Were they asking for anything, saying anything? What would be the...
They were like asking for somebody, some random person. I don't even remember. He might remember the person's name that they were asking for. We get like calls all the time asking for so-and-so, you know, so-and-so there, you know.
And some of these... Sketchy? What do you mean by sketchy? I mean,
well, like, there's this one guy who's called a bunch of times asking for somebody, and he's like, you know, he sounds not right. He sounds like, you know, mentally impaired, you know, saying, you know, is mom there, you know, give me mom, like, put mom on the phone, and you start cursing and swearing and, you know, like that. And it's happened a few times, and we'll say, you know, don't, you know, stop calling. And, you know, sometimes we just don't answer it, and it's from different numbers.
Any of the calls have any content about threatening nature or sexual nature or anything like that?
Not that I know of. I mean, some people have sounded like I can't really make out what they're saying, so they can. But we do get, an abundance of this one day. It was just cell phone. Every 5 minutes was a different cell phone number, which was very strange. And I'm like, we should do something about this. Shouldn't we, you know, call the Comcast or something? And he's like, no, don't worry about it. And the next day, nothing happened. It was just like...
Sorry, how long ago was that? The last...
I'd say about a month and a half ago, a month ago.
So it was
last time, before I left for New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
But ever since we got this line, there were people calling all the time. Just random cell phone numbers, like, I think someone was asking for a nail salon, like, I don't, you know. Just, it was like a bad number to have. We wanted to change it right away.
You said it kind of annoyed you that you kept getting these calls, but your boyfriend just said, kind of, don't worry about it. Did he seem to take it in stride?
Well, he's like that. I mean, he's like, maybe we should call Comcast or something, but we never ended up doing that, or he's just like, you know, just don't answer, or, you know, pick it up and tell him stop calling, you know, or just stop answering. He just, you know, kind of blew it off, like, don't answer them anymore, because I'm getting mad. I'm wanting to pick up and yell at these people, and he's just like, you know, just don't get worried about it.
Anytime.
I mean, it bothers him a lot, too. Ever since the beginning, he's like, this is the most awful telephone number we've gotten. Like, you know, not just solicitors, it's people calling. Like crazy people.
In the last few weeks while you were away, you know, has Phil told you he's run into any kind of problems with anything, either legal or any otherwise? Has he seemed the same in the past couple of days since you've been with him?
Yeah.
He's never mentioned any activity that he's had any problems with anybody legally or with the police or anything like that?
Can I ask what happened? What this was all about, or?
Well, we'd like to get a little more background first. Within the past few days, was there at any point in time where you had difficulty getting in touch with him?
No.
Okay. And he was always available by cell phone? Or
our home phone.
Do you text message a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're text messaging all the time. And
excuse me?
we text message all the time when I'm in New Jersey, and I call him several times a day, so.
Okay. And does he just have one cell phone that he text messages from? Or
he has one cell phone.
He doesn't have like a work phone or anything like that? What kind of cell phone is that?
It's a Verizon BlackBerry phone.
Does it look like a regular BlackBerry, like one of these? Or?
No, it's like the smaller ones, the new ones, like the touch screen. Verizon has like a new one. They're smaller and they're...
Does it open or something?
No, I don't think so. I think it just has like a touch screen.
Does he get email over that too?
Yeah, email comes through that, yeah.
Besides text messages?
Yeah, email. Every time he gets an email, it comes to the BlackBerry, so we can check his email.
So he can get his home email on his BlackBerry. Do you know what his email address is?
Phil.Markoff@gmail.com.
It's not Philip, it's just Phil?
Phil.Markoff@gmail.
At Gmail?
Yeah.
And no one comes over to the apartment to use his computer to do any work or schoolwork or anything like that?
Mm-mm. But like I said, this new computer was sold from, he bought it from a different student, so I don't know if that has anything to do with what, you're asking, but no one that I know uses his computer. I mean, he's home most of the day. It's just him.
And when did he buy this computer?
The new one?
Yeah.
I think it's in the past week or two. While I was gone, I don't know. He just told me. He said he had to, because his old one, which I stepped on, has black lines running through it, and he said it got to the point where I can't even see the screen. So.
What kind of computer is that he has now? Do you know?
The new one?
Yeah.
It's a Dell Inspiron. I don't think it's that great, he said.
And what was the old one?
Gosh, I don't know. I forget.
You don't know if it was like a compact or an HP or...
No,
Mac
it wasn't an HP. It wasn't a Mac. I have an HP.
No, it wasn't a compact.
What are some of the other ones?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's, I don't know if it's Acer or Acer. That's kind of one of the low budget ones, I think.
The one that's broken is still it's in your house.
I don't know. I don't know what he did with it. I mean, can I ask what this is about yet or no?
Sure.
Okay.
We're investigating some activity from a computer in your house for online massage services.
Online massage services?
Yes. Someone's accessed the computer in your home.
There have been calls asking, how I said about the nail salon?
Mm-hmm.
There have been calls from that guy saying, massage, like, can I schedule a massage and nail service? We've gotten calls like that.
That's the question that I asked you. Were any of the calls explicit, either, threatening in nature?
These were just like 3 or 4 times. No, just like, can I schedule a massage? Something like that.
And how long ago was that?
Months ago.
Months ago.
Yeah.
2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 10 months ago.
4 months ago. I mean, what kind of, from his computer, are you saying, or my computer? I mean, I get massages. I book massages all the time because I have a bad back. I mean, that's what I do that, like, twice a month I get massages.
And where do you get them?
All over the place. I've gotten them at Foxwoods when we go there. I've gotten them, spas around here. I get them in New Jersey.
But always at like a beauty salon, health spa, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You don't call up.
No, nobody comes over and, sets up a massage table, no.
Nor do you go to any...
No, and he's never gotten a massage in his life.
Do you book those appointments over your computer or do you call?
I usually call.
And when you're here, what places would you call?
I'm here.
When you're in Quincy.
Every time I've went to a different place, I don't think I've gotten that many. Usually when I go home to New Jersey, I get them there, and I've gotten them at Foxwoods a bunch of times. So that's it.
Do you remember any of the places that you've called from here?
Allure Day Spa.
Allure?
No, I didn't even get a massage there. I think that was just hair. I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. If I remember, I could always call you.
So if we had activity from calling massages.
I've looked up like massage therapy on my computer, like an internet search, just to find a good massage therapist, but I haven't booked anything online.
And when you look those up, does it just come back with web pages, or does it link to Craigslist, or how does that work?
I don't do anything from massage and Craigslist. Don't really go together, so I would be like looking at spas. Like I would like Google like spa in Quincy, and then I would click on the link, and it would tell me about the massage basically. But like I said, I don't really get massages in this area because I haven't,
And you've never been involved in any type of massage industry?
No, it's a question.
Yeah, I know.
So somebody wouldn't be calling you for
No. But I told you this guy did call, and I think maybe the number used to be part of like a nail salon or something like that, because the guy asked about a massage, and then someone else called and asked about nails. But I did tell Phil, I'm like, this guy just asked about, he wants a massage. So it was very strange. So this.
That's
so
okay.
is that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, you've never been involved in it, and Philip's never been involved in any type of massage therapy.
No, he's never even gotten a massage. So no. I mean, could that person who have been calling been part of that? I mean, from my number.
So we're trying to find out.
What's the phone number, the landline to your apartment?
617. I don't know. I need my cell phone too.
Okay, that's
617.
All right.
I don't know. I can't remember phone numbers. I'm sorry. He knows it. Phil knows it.
Can I just pause for a second? My pen ran out. I think I'm gonna go grab another pen.
No, just one you want to get one of your own.
Shut it up.
Okay, we're gonna pause this for a second. 3:46 p.m.
You want a glass of water or?
It is 3:55 p.m. by my watch. Sergeant Dan Duff, we're back in the room now. Megan, I asked you if you want a glass of water. You declined, right?
Right.
Are you sure you don't want a glass?
I'm sure.
Okay, it's fair to say, Megan, that Lieutenant Detective Murray, for the record again, fair to say that during the break you went to the bathroom, one of the female officers walked you down to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And we've told you that, you've asked us a couple of times kind of what it's about, and we're kind of explaining to you that there's some activity, we believe, that emanated from your apartment relative to computer activity, correct? Okay.
I mean, how do you know it's from our apartment? Could it be just through a Comcast, through, any computer, or?
It's something that we've fallen back as best as we can. And you have a Comcast account, correct?
Right.
And that's in Philip's name?
Right.
And having a computer account is like having a phone number. There's a number assigned to you.
Right.
Do you know anything about computers?
Not really.
Okay. There's a thing called an Internet Protocol address. Yeah. It's like your computer's phone number.
Yeah.
And every account, every person with an account has an ID number.
Now, can people, hack into that? People do that with computers all the time, because I'm not understanding.
I don't think they can hack into it so much as theoretically someone could access it from somewhere else. But we have a static number, which is your fiancee's.
I mean, could it be our phone number?
No.
No, it's your IP address.
Okay.
What we can tell you is if someone has accessed Craigslist from your apartment.
Actually, let me clarify that. Someone's accessed an email account from the IP address associated with your apartment. And made some emails to someone.
And set up a date.
And
okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to look at a picture and see if you recognize the individual in the picture.
Where is this?
I'm not asking where it is. I'm asking if you recognize the individual in the picture.
That looks like Phil.
That looks like Phil?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to look at another picture. Who is that?
I cannot tell.
Okay. Does it look like anyone you recognize?
It could look like a lot of people I recognize.
How about that one now?
That may be Phil, may not. I mean, that guy looks heavier than Phil.
Okay. And just looking at some...
Those aren't his shoes either.
Okay. How about the jacket? Phil owned a leather jacket that resembles that? Pardon?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen Phil with that leather jacket on recently?
He wears it.
Okay. And when you looked at that picture there, the first one, you said it looks like Phil. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can we just note which ones and which times?
Yeah.
Which photos?
We're going to look at the first one that you said looks like Phil is a photo that is listed as
Camera 264.
Camera 264. It has a date on it of 4/14/09 at 10:06. It looks like 44. Is that fair to say? It's got a little green dot, and it's encased in a
sheet protector.
Sheet protector. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
The second photo that I had you look at is a photo of. The best way to identify it is it has a sign in it that says. It looks like it says Haru. Haru. Correct. The person getting on an escalator. And you said that's the one that looks like a lot of people. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the last photo that I've asked you to look at is camera 264, 4/14/09, and it looks like it says 10:06:45 p.m. Correct? And you stated that looks like Phil.
When was the 14th? What day was that? Was that last week?
That was
Today,
last week on Tuesday.
Tuesday night. So you believe that person in photo number 1 looks just like Phil. Is that correct? You can take it out of the sheet protector if the glare bothers you.
It looks similar,
Okay.
but he does not have those shoes.
Okay.
And that guy looks heavier.
Okay. But he
And
doesn't he doesn't have that jacket?
He has a similar leather jacket. He does have a leather jacket.
Okay.
But those aren't his shoes.
Okay. And can you tell what kind of shoes those are in the photo?
They just look like big black. I don't know. They don't look like shoes he has.
Okay.
I know, all the shoes. He wears New Balance sneakers 99% of the time.
Does he own a pair of shoes like that he just doesn't wear?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of?
No.
Okay.
Can I ask you where that was, though?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Can I just ask you to look at one other photo? This is a photo outside. It's camera 222 outside of a T station. Does that individual look familiar to you?
It looks a little bit like him.
Okay.
Not exactly, no.
Okay.
He looks heavier.
Okay. And if the photo was more clear, like this is obviously a photo that's taken off some type of a digital image.
Mm-hmm.
If the photo was clearer, do you think that might help you?
No.
It wouldn't help you.
No. I mean, that looks heavier than Phil, so I don't know.
And I just have one more I'm going to ask you to look at. This one is dated 4/14/09 at 10:04. It says camera 12. And I just ask you to look at that photo.
You looked at the photo, I noticed, and you kind of made a little face, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, well, the hair looks different, so I don't know. Where was that again, did you say? At a T station?
Well, the last one was at a T station.
No, the last one was not at a T station.
No, the last one was inside the lobby of a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The Marriott?
Yes. So
Which Marriott was that?
Marriott in Boston.
Oh, okay.
Copley Square. Had you seen any of these
Marriott
photos? Have
in
you been
Boston.
watching the news the last couple of days at all?
No.
Have you read any of the Boston newspapers?
No, because I've been in New Jersey, so
Okay, but you've been back since.
Oh, the guy. My mom actually told me there's a guy, going around in to hotels.
Right.
Right.
So what I'm asking you is we're following the lead, from the IP address in your apartment, okay, that made a date with an individual at a hotel, and then the first photo I showed you is an individual at that hotel that showed up at that time that the date was made, and you told me that it looks like Phil. Correct? If I showed you that picture on a digital image that was somewhat more clear, would that help you?
It might.
Okay. Would you be willing to look at that on a computer
Sure.
if I showed you on a digital image? Okay.
I mean, so what does this massage therapist have to do with the guy killing people, killing the women?
Well, there hasn't been women killed, okay? There's only one person killed.
And it was a massage therapist, you said?
Or no? No, we didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
When I asked you, the records, Lieutenant Murder, I had asked you about you told me that you had got some crank calls into your apartment. I asked you if any of those calls were either threatening or sexual or anything else in nature, and you said that they were none like that. That there was a person that appeared to be mentally unstable.
Right.
Correct? And then I asked you if there had been any calls relative to massage or anything like that. You said, well, there were a couple of calls that people started asking for massage, which, was kind of a strange call to get at one's house.
Yeah. And that and the nail thing.
The nail thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And you asked us basically while you're here, we told you that
an email
was sent from an IP address in your apartment, okay, to set up an appointment with a masseuse at a local hotel. And the time frame of that appointment coincides with these surveillance photos of the individual.
Okay, and who's the masseuse?
That's something that we'll get to the bottom. We're trying to get to the bottom of.
Okay.
Okay, but at this point, we showed you some surveillance photos, and you believe it looks like Phil in the photo. All right.
So coincidentally, there's someone at this hotel at the time of the appointment who looks like Phil, and it appears that the appointment was made from the computer in your apartment. That's kind of a big coincidence. Wouldn't you agree with me?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, could there have been a million guys, going to the
I guess our question is, has Phil mentioned anything to you about having any problems? Like when the police went to pull you over today on the highway, did Phil say anything to you?
No, he was scared to death. He was like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening? Just as I was,
And the last thing I'm just going to show you is just a composite sketch that was made up. Do you recognize that individual? Does that look like anybody you know?
No.
Doesn't look like anybody?
No.
And that's a composite sketch labeled L. Eastman 41709. Okay. So Phil has never mentioned to you that he's called for any type of massage service or made any email accounts from any kind of type of massage service. And he's never mentioned to you that he's been to any of the Boston hotels, such as the Marriott Copley. I'm sorry,
No.
Okay. And when you were pulled over today, he never mentioned anything to you about the police?
No, he was scared to death. He was scared to death. He said, what's happening? Basically, we turned to each other and said, what is happening?
Okay.
I mean, we're still scared to death, obviously.
Okay, and the other thing is, you said you were willing to look at a digital picture because obviously we print them off computer and it's like kind of printing off your computer at home. If we brought you over to a computer and popped in a disk and let you look at a digital picture, you think that might enable you to say one way or another?
But I think those pictures were fine.
They're fine?
Yeah.
And they look like Phil?
Some of them do, some of them don't. Okay. I don't think he has those shoes.
Okay.
That guy looked heavier.
So
that hair looked longer, so I don't know.
Would you prefer not to look at the digital pictures?
Yeah.
You don't want to?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
And just for the record, some of those photos had a time on them of April 14th, 09, at about a little past 10 p.m. You weren't in the Boston or Quincy area at that time, were you?
I was in New Jersey last week.
New Jersey?
But I can look on my phone to see if there's text messages or phone calls to him or the home.
Okay, and just to kind of bring Sergeant Duff's question into line, you've been in New Jersey for about a month, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
A little bit less than a month, maybe.
Okay. And at least when you left a month ago, you never saw Phil wearing those type of shoes. Would that be fair to say? Have you noticed if he has any new shoes?
He does not have new shoes. I monitor all his shoes. I pick out all his shoes.
You monitor them?
Yeah, I've seen them. I've looked, like I see in the apartments, the ones that I don't like, I hide from him. So, I know where all of his shoes are, basically.
All right. Sergeant Duff, do you have any further questions at this time?
You say that Phil is a homebody, more or less.
Right. We both are. We're in the apartment 24/7. He doesn't have a life because he's in medical school.
Okay, and you also said you weren't at the apartment for more or less the past month.
Right. But I could tell you that every single night I've talked to him on the home phone.
You call him on the home phone?
On the home phone.
Okay. And you also said that he can take his classes at home?
He can. The professors will lecture online, so he can access it from his computer. So I'm sitting right there, and he's sitting right there, just watching his lectures. So.
Does he have to watch those lectures at a particular time, or can he pull them?
No, he can do it whenever he wants. So he can, if they're in the morning, he can watch them at night, which is what he does a lot.
He can access them through BU and click on a link and watch today's lecture at any time he wants. And you weren't there for the past month. Would there be anyone else who's a very good friend of his who might be able to...
he doesn't have any great friends. He has a couple friends at BU that I don't even know that well. But, like I said, we don't hang out with people that much. We don't have money to go out, so it's like we're at home most of the time.
Just speaking on the money issue, let me just go back a little bit. You mentioned that you go to Foxwoods a couple of times a month. Do you know approximately how much he spends gambling?
A couple hundred. If he's up, he'll keep playing, but if he loses money, he'll stop. So he's not going to walk out of the casino with less than he came in with. So what I'm saying is, if he's up, he'll keep betting.
If someone were to describe Phil as a moderate to heavy gambler, or if Phil were to describe himself as a moderate to heavy gambler, would you be surprised by that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't think he's a heavy gambler at all. I think he likes to do it. That's like one of his hobbies. So, he'll go and do it every once in a while, and he has fun doing it, and so.
Does he ever complain to you about gambling problems and losing money and anything?
I'm usually right next to him. I think he's only been to Foxwoods once when I wasn't with him, and I'll be right next to him, and I'll be like, all right, let's stop, if it's been, an hour or two. So.
Do you know when it was that he went to Foxwoods without you?
No.
Was it a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, just
maybe a couple months ago.
A couple months ago. So that would have been around February.
I don't know. I'm not very good with dates.
Would he have spent the night down there by himself?
No, he definitely not. Because he told me that he was going to Foxwoods, and then I called him, and I heard all the, Foxwoods around him, and then he called me from the home phone when he got home. He tells me where he's going, when he's going to be there, and when he's going to be home, and then he'll call me from the home phone, so I know he's there,
Okay, and you mentioned that Phil has a leather jacket similar to the leather jacket you've seen in the photos.
He has a leather jacket.
Do you know where it is?
Do I know where it is?
Yeah. Is it at home now, or is it in the car, or?
It's probably at home, because I don't think he wore it out when we were going today. But
okay. And did you bring any type of an overnight bag or any type of?
Yeah, we have luggage in the trunk of our car.
Okay.
Of the Toyota that we got pulled over in.
And
That's
was that just stuff for overnight?
Yeah.
Okay. And you know if the leather jacket is in the car? Did you
I don't think so because it's warmer out now. I don't think he'd wear it.
How about ball caps? Have you ever seen Phil wearing a ball cap?
He has them, but he never does. I don't like them on him, so I tell him not to. I haven't seen him wear like a baseball cap in over a year.
Any of the ball caps that he has, do any of them stand out to you? Or is any particular team? Is he a Red Sox fan? Is
he doesn't like the Red Sox. He does. Yankees. He kind of likes the Yankees, not too much. I think he likes the Orioles.
Okay.
I've never seen him wear a baseball cap with a baseball team on it though.
Okay.
I've seen him wear I haven't seen him wear a cap in a year.
Any of the schools hats, any of like SUNY or BU or any of those type of hats?
No SUNY, no BU caps, no.
Any insignias that you can recall?
Mm-mm.
How about a firearm? Have you ever seen Phil with a firearm?
No. Never.
And if there was a firearm in your house, would you be aware of it?
I would.
And you said you monitor his shoes. Do you go through any of his other stuff to see?
Yes, he's very open about everything.
Right.
So he doesn't care if I'm, searching the apartment or stuff. So I know of everything that's going on.
How about the car? Would you be familiar with what's in the car and the trunk of the car?
With what's in his car?
Yes.
Yeah. Because when he picked me up from the train station, put my luggage in it. And today, when we were going, he put our luggage in it. I don't think there's much in there except for our luggage right now.
Okay. I have no further questions.
Just one thing.
Do you think this is the guy that's been in the hotels, or
that's why we're here.
Is there like a million people that this could be? Because this is very worrisome,
I can understand your concern. I think one of the things that's most worrisome for us is that an online email was initiated from an IP address in your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
The individual that we believe that showed up to complete that online massage or date is the individual in the picture. And the first picture you looked at, you thought he looked quite similar to Phil.
Okay, and then...
Okay. So for us...
But does this have to do with the masseuse?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've been with Phil for a couple of years now, and you're engaged?
Yes.
And you love him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you try to protect him if he did something wrong? Would you lie for him?
I would not lie for him if he did something like this. No, I wouldn't.
Something like what?
Like what you're telling me? If he's out killing people?
I don't think we ever actually said that.
I don't know what happened to the masseuse. Can you tell me what happened to the masseuse?
In one of the instances, they've been robbed. In another instance, they've been killed.
Okay. I would never, ever, ever think he would ever do something like that, ever.
Okay.
That's being honest. He doesn't get angry often. He's not an angry person. He's a medical student,
And sometimes things happen where, the intention is not to harm anybody. The intention is for financial gain, and sometimes other things happen where,
No, he complains about money all the time, that, we have no money. So he's not going to rob somebody. That's not how he's going to go about getting money. He'll go to the casino and try to win money. He's not going to rob somebody.
Does he win a lot?
Sometimes.
Does he lose sometimes?
He does lose sometimes. If he loses, we go home. If he keeps winning, then... Okay.
And the way casinos usually work is the odds are in their favor. They usually win more often than the player does, correct?
Right. He does, if he wins, he doesn't win that much, but...
No, but have you ever had any... I'm sorry, Dan.
If you would have to characterize how he plays, does he beat the casino most of the time? No,
he breaks even. He breaks even usually. If he'll win more than most people, I think. But
You mentioned his cell phone and some of the bills that you have. Do you pay your own cell phone, or does he pay that as well?
My parents do.
Your parents do? And how about his?
His parents do.
Okay. And at any time has any of the services, any of your services been cut off where you had any?
Yeah. When I was home last, about a month ago, the BlackBerry he pays for internet service on it. He wasn't getting internet service on it, so he went to Verizon, and I guess they fixed it. I don't know if they completely fixed it. I think but for like a month or two, he wasn't getting internet service on the BlackBerry.
At any time, have you used any type of, phone cards or phones that you just 5 minutes for, what do they call them, like the minute phones at any of these, drugstores or anything like that? Have you ever seen any of those around the house?
Nope.
Was there ever a time when his BlackBerry was completely out of service?
No, just like I said, when I was home last month, he was having these problems where he wasn't getting the emails. He paid for the internet service on the BlackBerry, and he wasn't getting it. So he went to Verizon twice. I think Verizon fixed it. They said if it keeps doing this, come back and they'll send him a new phone. So I don't know what happened because that's when I went home. So, but I know that's what happened.
All right. I have no further questions.
No further questions, no.
Would you be willing to, if we do have some other questions, to come back in for an issue?
Sure.
Okay, great.
I mean, is there any reason for me to be, scared to go home with this person? Might be outside?
At this time, we're going to make some decisions. We're going to actually, we don't know what's going on outside this room, so we're going to... Do you have any reason to fear him?
No, not at all. But I'm just... You're worrying me.
Well, I can see. This is a very serious business, and, we don't mean to worry you. We don't mean to alarm you in any way. This is pretty serious, and, that's what we do. We investigate homicides.
Right. I mean, are there other people that were at this hotel that could have done this? So
that's why we have an ongoing active investigation.
Okay.
And
I'm just wondering if he's one of two or one of 30.
Well, all I know is just following an investigation logically the way that we do, an online internet date, so to speak, or appointment was made from a computer in your apartment. Mm-hmm. At the same time that an individual that resembles your fiancee shows up at the hotel where the crime occurred. Okay, was at the hotel where the crime occurred. So, I think,
I mean, because my mom was, worried. She's like, you're going up to Boston. Don't be going, into hotels. So that's where I know it from. So, now...
So, I will, we will try and answer questions you have. I'll leave you my card and Sergeant Duff's card. And, we'd probably like to talk to you one more time, at least. And, if you're willing to do that, that'd be great.
I'm sure there's some questions that we either forgot to ask you or didn't
who's
think to ask
questioning him right now, do you know? Or is
I think he's finished.
He's done, okay.
As far as I know, but again, we're inside this room, so I'm not sure. And I'll grab you a pen.
I know we introduced ourselves. I really don't expect you to remember our names. That's why I'm going to give you my card.
Okay.
And I'll get one when we get out of the room.
Okay, here you go. All right. It is 4:21 p.m. by my watch. Thanks for your time.